Morning.
Morning.
You want to say what's going on, Sweet Pea?
Yeah, I want to get dressed.
Okay.
Okay?
No.
No, I said that I want. Yeah,
Oh,
then I want to get dressed.
Okay.
We're going sailing today for what might be Seawind's last. Probably will be her last big sail with us, right? Which is kind of crazy. But we're gonna sail from Coral Harbor here on New Providence to straight to Fort Lauderdale. Sorry. That's all I have to say right now until I get dressed.
Okay. Love you, sweetie.
Love you.
It's kind of a very sad and weird time, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, so, as Katie was saying, this is kind of a weird time for us. We've decided to sell Seawind. So, our time in the Bahamas is over. So, we have a buddy boat. There's a boat that's rafted off on us. They are going in the same direction and doing the same exact thing as us. So, we are sailing together. It's going to be today. We're going to leave around 7:30 in the morning. It's like 6 o'clock right now, I think. 6:15. And we're going to sail all day, all night, and about half of the next day. So we'll get to Fort Lauderdale on Saturday. And hopefully we'll catch a fish on the way. Big step.
Cool.
Yeah.
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 I'm kind of old school. I just have that little Melita drip thing, you know.
We have one of those too. Our friend told us about this because we love espresso. And we were like, wait, you make espresso on your boat? I don't know.
Floor espresso and checking notifications. Alright.
I'm very much what, like Hannah Montana. You know?
No, what's in?
You know Hannah Montana. You don't know Hannah Montana?
I do know her, but
like she's got the best of both worlds. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. I thought that was the espresso maker. Will be held here. Ready? Ready? I'm gonna bump it in forward.
Okay.
Alright. And away we go, huh?
Yeah.
A lot has happened since leaving Panama. 10 days has passed, along with a few more steps completed towards making this big decision of ours a reality. We flew from Panama to Pennsylvania, finalized our loan papers, briefly visited with our families, and flew back to the Bahamas, back to our girl, Seawind. Our outlook on this decision was, and in some ways still is, a mixed bag. Trading one vessel that we know so well for another that we know nothing about. This also comes with the fact that we will be moving our entire lives to another country in Central America. It's a lot to take in, and all we can do is take it all in stride, one step at a time.
Let the main sheet up.
Okay.
Let the main sheet out. Don't usually have a lot of water in the main.
Yeah. Bless you.
All right, there we go. That main's gonna be up probably for another 30 hours. All right, gonna put the fishing line out. Fingers crossed for a wahoo or a mahi. And fingers crossed for a lure that holds up this time.
Yeah.
This is our lure today, courtesy of our friend Wright. Thank you again. The other one of his broke, but I think wasn't his fault or anything. It was just, I don't know, something happened. I did something wrong, or it was a big fish, picked it up. So, all right. Here we go. Proactively get our gas down. We do?
Yep. It was like splashing through the water.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
Katie says we have a fish.
I don't know, down the line.
We just got to the shelf. That's what I was showing you guys. Oh, we do have a fish. Holy shit.
Here, get it close.
Okay. We definitely have a fish. Wonder what it is. I hope it's not a barracuda. It keeps coming up to the surface, and then I get to pull it a lot, and then it dives down.
Wow.
Like right now, so I back off on how much I'm pulling,
Right.
and now see how it comes up,
Yeah.
and then it's easier to drag it across the surface. Could be like a snapper or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so small. What is it? Or maybe it got bit by a shark.
Yeah.
That might have been what it is. We might only have like half a fish right now. Watch it be like a wahoo or something. know. It's a
That's a yellowtail snapper.
this little guy. Oh, he's hooked through the eyeball. Oh my god.
Oh no.
Oh, and she's pregnant. It's a see the puffed up belly. Oh, poor thing. Here, can you?
Can you eat pregnant fish?
I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm just gonna try to let her go somehow.
Do you want the fire?
Oh man. Yeah. Such a small fish going for such a big lure. Hey everyone. Well, it's early afternoon here. We're 23 miles into our trip, 160 total. So just wanted to give you all a little update of what's going on. Katie's taking a nap downstairs. I'm out here in the cockpit, just kind of hanging out. We had to jibe the mainsail over. The wind has shifted, a predicted wind shift, which will help us later tonight when we have to make a turn. Then we'll have a more favorable wind angle. Right now the wind is very light. We're only feeling about 3 knots. So I have the main prevented out on the starboard side. We're almost dead downwind, and no jib because it would just flop away. Not enough wind for a spinnaker, and we want to keep up our speed so we can make it through what is called the tongue of the ocean. I'll show you on the chart. The tongue of the ocean is where it looks like a tongue that is facing northwest, and it's a very, very, very deep part of the ocean that we are in right now. And then it all comes up in this steep shelf that is like a V shape, this a tongue shape, and it almost immediately, like a cliff wall, comes up to 15 feet, 20 feet from 6,000 feet. You have to time it correctly with the tides. And right now we are set to be at the tongue of the ocean at about 4 o'clock, between 4 and 5 o'clock, which should be very close to slack tide. Now right now, it wouldn't be that big of a deal if there was current going through there because there's not a lot of wind. But this is one of those areas where if there was a lot of wind and it was opposing the current's direction, it gets really nasty. And we've heard a lot of horror stories about this particular place in the Bahamas. So anyway, our buddy boat is way up there, and we are just having a good day. I think I said Katie's taking a nap. I'll probably try to take a nap later, and we figured out our watch schedules for this evening, for the night.
Like a cat stretch. The best thing to do when sailing is take a big stretch.
Pretty good stretch in there.
Thank you.
I like how you have yourself wedged between the chimney and the handrail.
Yes.
And 2 cushions.
I do. This one could be. I don't need it. It's actually kind of in my way.
Oh.
No fish yet. We'll reel it in for the shallow stuff, and then we'll put it out in the morning across the Gulf Stream.
It's just been a slow day.
Yep.
I think I've napped in every area of today. And I don't know, we're about 4 miles from the cut. The tongue of the ocean. That's what it's called. There's a lot of sailboats around too.
Seems like everyone had the same idea. It's a good day to do it.
Yeah. I bait them.
Oh, you're baiting them. Here, fishy, 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 fishy.
Here, fishy, 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 fishy.
The fish games. It's like the Hunger Games, but the fish games.
Okay. Kind of the Hunger Games, like Hunger Games.
Yeah. He's bored now.
Yeah.
He's over it. Seriously, whales?
Whales, right over here.
We were just sitting in the cockpit, and we both heard it wasn't loud. It
No,
was
we
just like
felt
we felt the boat shudder a bit, and it was like, what was that sound? And so I stood up on the Dodger to see what was going on, and I saw 3 whales like right over there, and it must have been a whale that we hit.
A whale bumped us.
A whale bumped, or they just like bumped the boat.
That's what I mean. I think a whale bumped us.
Yeah.
They must have been swimming under the boat.
And then they came up right over there. Got whale bumped.
What are the chances that we get bumped by a whale right here?
In the Bahamas. That's the first
In the
time I've ever
Bahamas.
seen whales out here.
That's the first time we've ever seen whales in the Atlantic Ocean. Period.
That's what I'm saying. Out here.
Yeah, out here, yeah. Wow, that was crazy. I mean, we were sitting there and the whole boat just goes boom. That's what it felt like,
Yeah.
wasn't it? It was like a real low boom. And everything kind of like shuddered for just very slightly. Wow. I don't think I got them on camera, but we saw them all breached. There was like 2 or 3 of them. Katie thinks they were right whales. They did have a dorsal fin, a very large dorsal fin. All right, I
They
guess.
definitely weren't dolphins. They were much.
Yeah, they weren't dolphins. They were much, much bigger. They were whale-sized.
It was probably a pilot whale. They usually grow 18 feet long and weigh about 5,000 pounds. They are jet black and have large bulbous head with a faint white diagonal stripe behind each eye. They're in the Bahamas in the spring and summer.
And we got bumped by one.
We got bumped by
Fist bump.
fist bump. Sperm whales are also in the Bahamas, but they're like the largest toothed whales.
So it was definitely a pilot whale, probably.
Yeah, because sperm whales are really
Massive.
big. That's like Moby Dick. So I was telling Parker that last year, at the same exact like passage coming from Coral Harbor over across the Mackey Shoal, we have to go through that cut right there at the tongue of the ocean. And I had just woken up from a nap. We had, bubbly water. Ugh. It's like went in my eyeballs. I had just woken up from a nap and we had maybe 4 miles before the cut, and I woke up and saw that Parker had the fishing stuff out on the bridge deck and a fishing pole out, and I had like a meltdown because it was all out and there was a line in the water. It just like felt wrong, and it felt overwhelming, and I just didn't want it to be that. Like, it was so hard for me
because of OCD, and like it just felt awful in my bones. And then this year, the same exact passage at the same exact moment, I'm literally sitting by the handrail, like waiting for a fish, like with excitement and looking forward to getting the reel out again tomorrow when we cross the Gulf. So,
Proud of you.
Progress and modern psychiatry.
Love you, sweetie.
Love you.
All right, well, I just made some dinner.
Night passage pasta.
Night passage pasta, yeah.
The usual.
The huge. This is a brand called Rouse. We just found it the other day in, where were we at? Oh, in Nassau.
But we always get the Rouse sauce, like in the States.
Yeah, we buy the Rouse pasta sauce quite a bit. So this is imported semolina wheat from Italy, and the smell, even the smell of cooking this imported pasta, it is
like
just
flowers.
like, it smells like flowers, very floral and sweet smelling. So much different than any of the pastas we've ever had in the United States, especially because we ate a lot of lentil pastas, you know.
Yeah.
But, all right, go ahead and try it.
Oh, I'm trying this one.
Yep, you gotta try it.
Really good.
Is it so good?
It's so good.
All right, I'm gonna eat. Just motoring along here, waiting for this wind that's supposed to fill in.
Yep, it will.
So it will. All right, that is all.
So, Parker wanted me to record something while he was laying down, and I am, let's see, it's 7:20 p.m. and the sun is just about to set, and I have about 40 minutes until I go down below to sleep from 8 p.m. till about 1 a.m. and then I have the graveyard shift tonight because I lost rock, paper, scissors. So that means I'm on watch from 1 a.m. until 6 a.m. But I get to sleep after. So that's good. That's about it. It's a beautiful night. And I've just been reading a book on my Kindle and doing some Duolingo and keeping an eye on things as always. And the wind is starting to pick up a bit. I can feel it on my back. And the mane isn't like slapping around. The mane is being held out over the water by the wind. It's about like consistently 10 to 12 knots right now, and it's supposed to pick up to about consistent like 14, 15 tonight. So yeah, I'm not good at looking at the camera. I always look past it or look at the screen, so don't mind me. But yeah, that's about it. I'm going to probably go down in about 25 minutes and floss and brush my teeth and wash my face and just, you know, do a little bedtime routine before going to bed for the first shift. So that's about it. And I'm sure Parker will have stuff to say once he gets on watch.
Good evening, everyone. I'm blinding myself with my phone light because I'm being lazy and I'm not going down to get my headlamp. We're sailing in, what is it? We're sailing in, I don't know, anywhere between 13 to 18. Right now it's about 15 to 17 true. Finally, the engine is off. Turned it off about a half an hour ago. We motored 80 miles and now we're gonna sail, hopefully 80 miles. Actually, we have 72 until we hit the Port Everglades inlet. So all is well. We are over halfway across the bank. A little while ago we passed by the Mackey Shoal where we anchored last year, the first year that we were here in the Bahamas. It's just kind of cool this year. We did this big loop instead of doing like an out and back kind of a thing. There's a lot of other boats around us, a lot of boats going in the opposite direction, which it's pretty wild. You know, we're very gently sailing downwind in 17 knots, and all these boats that are passing us going the opposite direction are bashing into 20 plus knots of wind, depending on their boat speed. So I'm thankful that we are going in the direction that we are going tonight. So this is potentially the last sail on Seawind. As you all know by now, Seawind is for sale. By the time you see this video, she might have been sold already. So this is a very bittersweet time for Katie and I. I've had a lot of sad moments, but I don't think I will feel the breadth of grieving for her until, you know, we have hit some more milestones with selling her. So part of me can't even think about it. I just have to let it come as it comes. Take it day by day. But new things are on the horizon. Really cool opportunities for Katie and I, and we're excited to share it all with you. And yes, it is going to continue being a life on the water. So I'm just kind of sailing along here. Being introspective and being grateful for a lot of things. Phoebe. Hi. Hello, sweetie. It is.
Good.
How you feeling?
So
Did you sleep at all?
lately,
Yeah.
it was loud.
Yeah. That. Okay. I'll see you when you get up, okay?
What are we doing?
Well, it's 3:45 in the morning, and we're gonna put a reef in. The winds are anywhere from like what, 14 to like 20.
I haven't seen 20 true. I've just been seeing like 19 at the highest, 18 mostly.
Okay. We have a partially furled jib out and the full main. So we're going to put a reef in the main. That's what we're gonna do. All right.
Yep. All right.
Okay, reefing line, the new tacks hooked up.
Okay.
I'm gonna haul the halyard back up now.
Okay.
By the way, I'm clipped into to where we snapped the pole,
Oh, good.
the whisker pole. All right, I'm gonna bring the new out haul.
Okay. So, Parker is down below sleeping. Our watch schedules got a little joggled because he couldn't fall asleep from like 4:30 to 6, which is the last part of my watch. So instead of us both being awake, I went down and slept for an hour and a half, or like 2 hours, I want to say. And then at about 6:30, he was getting really tired, so I came out and I've been on watch since 6:30. It's currently 8 o'clock, and I'm itching to make an espresso or some kind of coffee and wake up a bit. We are in the middle of the Gulf Stream, or just starting to really be in the Gulf Stream. It's pretty lumpy out here. I don't know if I can show you on the camera, but I'll try. And the sun's coming up, so it's nice that it's light out. And I hope Parker's sleeping well. And we're only about 27 miles, 27.9 miles from the Fort Lauderdale. And so I know we'll both be happy once we get into the inlet safe and sound. But for now, I'm just gonna wait till Parker wakes up and then we'll have some coffee.
All right, we got a fish on the line. I'm just slowly reeling him in. Definitely the heaviest feeling fish that I've ever reeled in. Hope I'm doing it right. We didn't slow the boat down at all. I'm just keeping pressure and just going inch by inch, which it'll take me a while, but I can see it's getting closer. Every time I feel a little bit of pressure let off, I crank it in quick. Like right now. Is my gaff ready?
Yeah, I already got it out.
What is it? Is it really just seaweed?
Is it really just seaweed?
God damn it. Wow.
It's a big one!
It's a big one!
Wah, wah.
What'd you make us?
Smoothies. Because we made it.
Where are we at?
Lake Sylvia, Fort Lauderdale, USA.
Oh yeah. Cheers.
Cheers to that.
Big brain smoothies. How is it?
It tastes different when you're dehydrated, hungry, and sleep deprived.
We did good though. It was a good passage. 170 miles.
Yep.
Was it 170 miles? Did you
100
stop the tracks?
168.
168. Nice. And now rest. On to phase
recovery.
1000.
1000 of Project New Tip.
Bleep.